Hello, just another quick Guild Wars video. Now, I've steered clear of crafting. I'm level 22 now, so I've got quite a way into the game, and I've just not bothered with it at all. I've been collecting all these things up, and I've got a couple of tips about crafting, and the first tip is going to be about inventory management, because there's a thing that's not explained particularly well in this game. And the first one is about consumable or trade items, things that you're going to need as part of crafting, and inventory management. So, first off, they take up an awful lot of space, and a lot of people are probably tempted, because they've got this Golem Banker on a cooldown from starting the game, they're probably tempted to put all that stuff in the bank by either going to the bank or using the Golem Banker, and that's, to be honest with you, an absolute waste of time. You don't need that. First thing you can do is any craftable item, you can right click on it and deposit that collectible directly into your bank from wherever you are. So what we'll do, we'll just show you how that works. And we've got the account vault. This is account wide, and here we've got a collections tab, and this will contain any kind of trade item that you've got. So we're going to put some yeast, deposit collectible. It goes out of our bags, and now if we check the banker, we should see, there you go, a packet of yeast. It's in there. It's not using up a bank slot. So these quite limited bank space that you start out with, don't fill it up with trade items. Okay, that's tip number one. That's going to help you manage your bags an awful lot. Right, secondly, XP, how to earn a lot of XP really quickly and for not a lot of money. So like I said, I'm level 22, so we need 12,000 experience to level. Right, I've learnt cooking. And first off, we're going to buy, well, let's have a look at the cooking interface. Now we're going to make some bread, just because the ingredients is quite cheap. We only need some water, some flour and some yeast. Okay, and this guy here, you're often going to get a master chef near a cooking station. The cooking station icon, you're probably not going to be able to see it actually, but it's a little, you can see the cooking pot thing there, so you might see that on your map. We're going to buy the items to make some bread. They're 80 copper, which is absolutely nothing. We want, what was it, water? Get 2 of those, or 20 waters, 20 flour, and the yeast you actually pay for with karma. Now 21 karma is absolutely nothing. At level 22 I've got 1400. I've not bought a massive amount, but I think that's probably like an average amount you're going to get at level 20 odd. So let's buy yeast in bulk, and that will go into our bags. Okay, right, let's make some bread. We can make 20 bread. Get ready to watch the XP go. There you go. We got 10% XP there for 1.5 copper, 1.5 silver. That's pretty good going. What I will say, I'm just going to interject myself here. What I will say is, on the left hand side you see the recipes that you can cook or craft based on the crafting profession you have, and they're color coded, and if they're red or orange you're going to get a lot more XP. So the first time I actually did that I got closer to half a level of XP. The second time I do it, because I'm going through it again and my cooking is skilled up, I got about 10% of a level, and after recording this I did it again and I actually stopped earning XP. The recipe for bread went grey and I stopped earning. But what I will add is that the items you make, so we're making bread here, you can actually sell back to vendors for not a bad price. So you can convert money and a little bit of karma into money. You're not going to make the same amount of money back, you're going to end up making a loss, but if you're earning XP at the same time, then to me that's a pretty good deal. Okay, the other tip I've read, I've not tried this one out, but unlike WoW, for example, I play WoW, so I know how crafting works there. In WoW, if you drop a profession and then relearn it again, your leveling of that profession has gone back to 0. In Guild Wars 2, that isn't the case. So there's an achievement for getting the top skill level on all of the crafting professions, and the only way to do that is to drop a profession and skill up another one. Right, so we're going to test that theory out. What we're going to do is we're going to take cooking that we've got here, chef, novice chef, level 40, and we're going to drop that. And to drop a profession,
my new invention will revolutionize the industry.
You simply walk up to a master craftsman and ask him to teach you it, and then you get to pick which craft you want to drop. So we're going to drop chef.
You're no match for my intellect.
Okay, so now we have huntsman. Right, now we're going to go back to the chef.
Excelsior.
And we're going to... Yep. Okay. There you go. So we can swap and change crafting professions all we like. And that is just fantastic. Like I say, that's something you really need to exploit. And by exploit, I don't mean do a bad thing. I mean make the most of it for yourself. So a couple of ways that you can use that to your advantage. Okay, think about how WoW does crafting. At the minute, there's a lot of professions, and if you want them all, you need to create alts. And on each of those alts you would level up a craft or profession, and you get to a certain point and you can't progress any further without leveling that character up. So you would have to go to level 40 and then 60 and so on and so forth. And you eventually end up playing an alt, and that's maybe not something you want to do, and it's not the best use of your time. In Guild Wars 2 you don't have to do that. You can level up all crafting professions on a single character. Yeah, so you don't have to level up alts. You're not constantly character swapping and you're like, oh my god, where are all these materials that I need to, do some inscription, or these I need to mill some herbs to, you don't need to do that in this game. That's why this is another thing about Guild Wars 2 which just makes it so much better. You're not wasting time on all these alts and whatnot. You've got all of your materials in an account-wide bank vault which don't take up bank slots. You can have all professions, crafting professions, on a single character, and best of all, you get XP for crafting things. So the second way you can exploit that is when you're leveling up, level all of the professions up at the same time. So I've done a bit of cooking, and as I said earlier, I got a half a level of XP pretty much at level 22, which is a sizable amount, just from making the most basic of items which cost no money. So why do I not do that in all of my crafting professions? Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to, and you should too. Okay, so I've rambled quite a lot there about crafting professions. I've not delved, at this point in time, I've not delved too much into the others, so I can't really tell you how good any particular one is. But, as I say, exploit them, make the most use of them as you possibly can, so you have to spend the least amount of time playing the game, really, and go outside and play some soccer or something instead. Right, if you've got any comments or questions, leave them below, and I shall see you next time.